Hello gardeners, welcome back. This is Jim here from Aiea Aquaponics, and this is the third of a three-part series on spawning your tilapia in a regular 110-gallon grow tank. I've separated my fish from the regular group of fish. There's 4 of them, 3 females and 1 male. Now in the previous part of the series, I had shown how the Splotchy, as I call her, had been holding babies in her mouth. So I waited about another 5 days, and today I was going to separate the other 3, the 2 females and the male, into another tank. And in the meantime, she started releasing some of them. So at that point, I figured, well, I better get her out and see if I could get her gently into a small white cooler to get the rest of the fish out. It's a lot easier that way. Well, lo and behold, she spit them all out on me. So not on me, but in the tank. So I'd like to show you that, and let's go take a look. This 5-gallon pail has mosquito netting on the inside, and it has a small piece of brick at the bottom to hold it down. And then I punched a bunch of holes in it so that water can circulate through it. And then it's just submerged in the same tank so that I can separate my babies. In the main tank, there are also plenty more that I haven't caught yet. Let's take a look at them. Alright, there's one there. You see a few more fry there along the wall. This is just one end of the tank. There are about 50 or 60 more fish in there at least, and I'm going to have to go fish around and put them in the bucket with the rest of them. It's for their own protection. But I think it'd be a good idea for us now to check out the female to see if she's holding. Can you believe she might still be holding a few fry? She might actually. Let's take a look. There's the male. He's coming out of his little nest there. There she is. Well, she's actually still bubbling in the bottom. You see, she's still trying to push things around. She could have some in there still. We'll see. Notice that the bucket is located right next to where the outflow is here. And there's one of the holes is right down in there. So when you come to this side, you can actually see that right down here, water is coming in through that hole. And that's a really good thing because that's going to provide fresh water for these fry. It's kind of a little circulating mechanism that you don't have to worry about a bubble or anything else in there. The water is the same water that the adults have. Beautiful fish. Okay, one more thing I wanted to point out before I finish this third video is how do I feed these guys? Because now they're in a separated tank. I'm not actually going to feed them for a couple days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor them closely, and then I will float a single pellet of regular fish food at the top of the water and see if any of them come to it. And if they do, then they will start to do that more frequently. So what'll happen is they're like ants with a piece of sugar. They'll just one will come to it, and then another one will come to it, and then pretty soon they'll just be circling the whole thing. And then I can take 1 or 2 pellets a day and put them in there, and then they will all start to swarm to it. Remember though that these fry really rely on algae and the organic materials that are in the netting itself, that are in the water source. So that's how they're going to get most of their food for the first, say, week or so. All right, well, we got our spawn, and I have a lot more work to do in going in and catching the ones that are kind of strays around the corners of the main tank. But I want to separate those as much as possible. I don't want them to get sucked into the pump, into the filter in the pump. So I'm going to try to get them all into the net. Probably it looks like more like 300-400 of them in there, which is great. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.